Тоже трансляция пошла. Опа.
Киска у нас все-таки модель проявленная. Смотри, куда она пришла. Будет помогать мне. Кисть помогатор? Помогатор. Я еще с микрофон задела нечаянно. Благодарю.
Конечно, вот это что выскакивает тут.
Да, так намного лучше будет.
В смысле? Лучше. Сейчас я все равно поставлю.
Ну, когда с этой стороны нет.
Ну да. Так ты его перепачкаешь, да?
Почему? Нет. Нормально. И она так быстро не перепачкается, только если оставить, застынет. А так можно даже смыть.
Кажется, тебя вообще не видно.
Уже идет трансляция?
Да, но как-то неуютная картинка. Свет поставить сюда. Лицо слишком темное. Все готово.
Hello there, friends. Today I invite you to enjoy.
Отключить. Или пускай играет. А потише.
Today I invite you to join my painting session.
Сейчас, секундочку, я включу запись.
Hello dear friends, I invite you today to join my painting session where the theme is creative expression and creative expression in man. So all of us, we are creative beings, especially men. They are super creative. And how a man can express themselves creatively is through connecting to their inner feminine. This is the most important thing for creativity. And to do it, you need to stop looking outside for the feminine energy and start cultivating it inside. Because you maybe know that all of us, we have feminine energy, we have masculine energy inside, right? We are whole. We are not supposed to look for our other half. We are supposed to create and nourish the feminine part in men and masculine part in women. And when this part is strong, when you know who she is inside of you, when you develop this connection, that connection inside of you with your inner feminine, then you actually can create a beautiful relationship. The woman who is the woman who is same, like according to your inner feminine, this woman is going to be created, like brought in your physical world. First we create inside, and then we create this reality outside. So if right now, for example, you don't have the best relationship, you can chill, you don't need to do anything to break up or to think or make any decisions. Start to nourish your inner feminine. Start to understand who she is, how this woman feels, how you would like to be treated by a woman. And create this image inside of you, like feel it inside of you. And many men don't have the best image from the childhood, from their moms. I mean, all of us, we love our moms, and your mom is the best, of course. But sometimes women bring example for their kids, very masculine example. Like you grow up in a family where the women are dominating. The woman is dominating. Your mom or maybe your sister, they look like women, but inside, like they're very dominating, and they're trying to diminish the masculine. And then you grow up with this example of feminine, and your inner feminine, it's cannot develop correctly. And then you need to develop your inner feminine by your own, but actually not by your own, but with help of God, right? The part of us that is not discovered yet is usually God, like it's God, really. So my point is, we shall develop our inner part, our inner masculine if you are a woman, or your inner feminine if you're a man, and only then we should focus on creating relationship. Игорь, пожалуйста, сделай потише, я слышу, как я говорю. Слышишь? Игорь! Sorry guys, my partner is just like listening to the live stream very loud, and I can hear myself talking in the other room. He's very nice, very supportive, and this is actually, I created him. Like first I learned about my inner masculine inside of me. I came very clear who he is, how my inner feminine feels with him, and then after a while, when I stopped focusing on relationship or on gaining something, but started just to express my happiness, who I am, then the right person came. So creative expression in men is a beautiful thing. Men usually are like the best artists and the best hairdressers and cooks. Why? Because men are very competitive and they go into one field and usually they become the best. Women, they don't care so much to become the best. Of course, they are amazing women and they're very, very good, but they don't care to be like top, or they are top, but they don't care to prove it. Men, they do. So men are very, very creative. But to do it, to discover your creative side, you need to have your feminine, because the feminine expresses, feminine is nurturing and creative. Even if you want to start expressing yourself in politics or in business, or in public speaking. To do it, to have this inner belief in yourself, you need your inner feminine, because without it, a man is usually like very dry and dull and only oriented to achieve, and they cannot be so charming. You know, this charm, the love, this beautiful blooming energy is your feminine, is your inner feminine. And when you develop this side of yourself, when you discover who is your inner woman, and when you are in touch with her, then you have so much energy. Imagine you have two powerful sources of energy, your inner masculine and your inner feminine, but one of them is dormant. Like you're using only 50% of your energy. And the most interesting part is that your inner feminine strengthens your masculine. So when you discover your inner feminine and it grows, you get to know her, your inner masculine has so much support and love, not from women outside, but from your inside, and you grow more and more as a man. One gives energy to another, and another gives the energy to the first. It's like yin-yang symbol. I'm sure you are familiar with it. So that's why men should connect with their creativity and get to know their inner feminine. For me, as an artist, my inner masculine is the one who is disciplined. You know, like as a woman, I love to draw, I love to express myself, but sometimes I feel like I don't want to do it because I want to chill or I want to rest. And my inner masculine is the drive in me. It's like, yes, I want to finish this painting, I want to show this painting to people. I'm using my inner masculine to showcase my talent. So both of these energies are very, very important. Please comment where you are from. I am Ella. I'm an artist. I'm art coach and I am from Latvia. But currently I live in Thailand. I live in Thailand almost a year and I really, really love it here. It's perfect climate and I live in a city in the north of Thailand. It's very spiritual, very calm, perfect for artists. I live in Chiang Mai. And there's so many art galleries, amazing art shops. Like one of the best art shops I've been to is here in Chiang Mai. It's like huge and it has all the art tools I need. I'm super, super excited to go there. I'm already planning to go there tomorrow to buy big canvas. Right now I'm painting a portrait, not a portrait, it's a painting of like my inner feminine. And next one is going to be my inner masculine. I already have the reference. I know how I'm going to do it and I'm very excited. So I'm going to have them side by side, my inner masculine, my inner feminine. Today I watched a video about Pablo Picasso. I really like this painter. He's amazing, like amazing because he's so original. And I've been to his first place he was living in Paris. I was there a few years ago. I saw this place and also went to his museum in Barcelona. And today I learned very interesting things about his private life, about all his wives and mistresses and his relationship. Of course, I cannot know for sure how it was, but I was shocked. And I think it's because his inner feminine, she was strong, but she was wounded. And like he was looking for a man in other women. That's why it went in very like the polarity was off, I would say. And in a relationship, it's very, very important that her inner masculine and your inner feminine as a man, they are compatible. Like, not only, physically you are, but also like your inner parts are compatible with each other. I'm very convinced from my own life and life of my clients, of my friends, that it's super important to discover your inner feminine, inner masculine. Only then you can live a fulfilling life, you can become creative and create from love. You have this inner support in yourself and you become whole. And only as a whole person you can develop fulfilling, rewarding, and happy relationships. Not just with your partner, but like with your mom or with your dad, with your friends, it doesn't matter. And your beautiful healed energy, awakened energy, when your inner masculine, inner feminine are together and are same, like importance is the same, only then you can create from love, you can express from love, you can open a business from love, any creative expression, birthing something new, feminine energy, and then showcasing it, masculine energy. It's important that you are whole and you're doing this from love. If you are not whole, if you're wounded, you're creating, but maybe it comes from pain. And then you're spreading with your creation, with your words, more and more pain, and it's actually not bringing more life into the world, more light, but it's making people more and more numb, more and more depressed, and like it spreads like disease. You can either serve love or you can serve the opposite of love. So you have to choose your side. I've chosen my side. I mean, I think God chose me before I chose Him. God chooses all of us. He's always there with us, always, and just waiting until we make decision. Because human being always serves. Human being is not free by its nature because we are a vessel, right? We have our body, we have our mind, we have our soul, which is programming, right? It's a program which is operating the body, and we are spirits. So as a human being, you're not free. You're always operating by spirits, like spirits just come into your field and they all the time dictating negative thoughts, or they tell you to do something bad. Or there is a Holy Spirit, there is a beautiful Spirit of God, and when you let yourself to be the vessel of the Holy Spirit, only then you can create love and you can create more and more happiness for yourself and others. So you just have to choose who you are serving, because you will never be free. And human being is not good when it's free. I mean, of course we have freedom. We have freedom of choice. God gave us freedom. But this freedom we are giving away always. That's why we have sometimes like mood swings and we feel upset, because like a vessel, all the time we get signals from other people who have different entities and different programs from their childhood, and we have our own programs for from the childhood. And God and Holy Spirit can free us. Inner self-facilitation is the best method that unites everything: spirituality, but non-religious spirituality, psychology, and existential analysis. It helps you understand the meaning of life. And we have a special technique where you discover your other part, your inner feminine or inner masculine, and you become whole. This is actually the method that helped me become creative and start to create from love. I always loved painting since I'm a child. I went to art school. I created many art events, but I never thought that I can do it all the time, like full time. I felt like I have to still work for money, and only after inner facilitation it finally came to me that I don't have to run after money anymore, serve the flesh, that God always provides me just enough. And this is my goal. It's not my goal, but this is my new knowing, deep inner knowing, that I always have enough and God gives me just enough. And this is what I need, just enough. Not more, not less, but just enough. English is not my first language, by the way. Maybe you can tell. I'm Latvian, and also I can speak Russian. I haven't spoken English in a while. My English is pretty good. I learned this in kindergarten, in school, but my partner, he doesn't speak English, and I rarely speak now with my friends, so now I can practice, and this makes me feel very happy. Also, at some point I would like to learn Spanish. I was trying to learn Spanish multiple times. I can understand a little bit, but I'm nowhere close to being fluent and having like a normal conversation. Please comment if you feel and understand what I just told you about your inner masculine and inner feminine. Also, I know that the biggest need of a man, like top need, is to feel power, like to feel powerful, to have strength. And what gives you strength is your inner feminine, because if you don't have it inside, you don't feel her, you will look for validation outside. And when you get the validation outside, your ego will grow. And the growth of ego is the death of your soul and your spirit, and you will never be happy if your ego is inflamed. When you have your inner feminine, you have your own belief in yourself, you have the power, you know that you can do anything, and you are whole, you feel God, and you are dignified and purified man. And for your environment, for your friends and loved ones, you will be like a mountain, a rock. They will trust in you, and they will know that you will always support them, that you're strong, but you are holy also, not just like quick-tempered or how it's called when a person is like to love themselves too much. We have our life to develop our virtues, not to give into the flesh and our egoistical desires. And God promises that when you serve Him, you will have everything. Like you will have just enough for you and your family, your loved ones. And you don't need more. It's proven that money doesn't bring happiness. Your happiness is just independent. You can be happy with money, you can be happy without money. And the more happy you are, the more love you spread with your art, with your creation, with your business, the more abundance you're going to have. God will reward you, for sure. God in people. God is present in every person you meet, in you, of course, as your other part, as your inner feminine. And in every person you meet, there's divine spark in them. And you should treat everyone in your life like the spark of God, like expression of God's love. And then you watch everything change when you treat people like that. Mhm. Another my dream is to start singing, like to record my own songs and sing, maybe on stage. And I know it's going to happen in the right time. Also, really love talking, like public speaking, expressing myself. I think it's like the best. I feel very, very good when I'm sharing what I feel, when I inspire people, empower them, when I can share my experience. What I'm saying is just my point of view. I'm never saying that I'm like the only right person. It's just what works in my life and what works in life of my friends and my clients. It's funny that I have the reference for this painting. It's an image, AI created image, but for the hands, because AI is like the words to create hands, I use like my own my own picture. I asked someone to take a picture of me and I'm painting from my hands. I'm painting with my hands, my own hands, on her. That's very interesting. I invite you to follow our channel. It's me and my partner's channel where we talk about inner transformation, changing yourself, your life, and finding your inner resources so you can express yourself creatively and live a life full of love and abundance. We have YouTube, we have Instagram and TikTok, and now we have also a closed Telegram channel where we share the most insider information. And our programs at the School of Inner Facilitation, is growing. And I will be very happy if you follow us and watch as we develop the school and we develop our teachings. And I really invite you to join our courses. Also, I have our cat here, and she's very funny because before the camera was on, she was sitting just under the table, and then when she heard that I start to talk, she came here to say hi to all of you guys. She's very, very public, very famous kitty. I used to have dogs mostly when I grew up. This is like my first cat, and now I really love cats. They're wonderful and very smart creatures, and they're very spiritual. Like, they live in the physical world and also in the spirit world at the same time. And cats are protecting you. Now I'm going to use more brown for the hands. With painting, it's very interesting because you never paint the lines first. You just paint the colors. Like, if you saw how I started to paint this face, it was mostly just the color, the one big color of it. Then I added the shadows and the highlights and the details were the last. Same with hands. Before I started to put a little bit of shape, it was just this orange. Then I added more highlights, and now I put a little bit more of dark, the purple. Now I'm going to use more dark to bring the shadow under the hands and to separate them. And before I had a very strong abs here. My partner said that this girl looks like she came from Dubai because she had like very big breasts and like snatched abs. So I took yellowishly orange with white, diluted it with water, and I took like a big brush and I just went through it and I made it more one tone, so the shadows don't go so strong. And now when it's dry, I'm just going to add a little bit of highlights to bring the color back. And yeah, the chest, I just made it a little bit less, a little bit more small. And the colors I'm using are Winsor and Newton. These are very good. Before I was painting with Amsterdam acrylics. They're also good, but I like these more. These colors are more closer to natural, because this is metallic blue like this. you are not finding in nature for sure. Same like this pink. I'm not recommending it. It's not like the best pink ever. I used it, of course, I have so much, but this brand Winsor and Newton, they have better pinks. And last time when I was in the shop I was telling you guys about, the huge art shop in Chiang Mai, I found acrylics which are in a bottle like this. Never painted with acrylics from the bottle. The price is great. It's a Japanese brand called Sakura Japan. So I'm very excited to use this for the mountains. The painting is maybe like 60% done. I've heard from my friends and my partner that this painting looks great. I'm grateful, but it's so much more to do. Like some parts of this painting have just like underpainting and few strokes of color. That's it. And this has to be covered. It has to be more smooth. And I'm continuing with hands. I'm going to use this brown now to create some shadow, and I'm using my own hands as a reference. I'm going to bring just a little bit more shadow. Painting is very fun, especially because I'm doing this with literally no using my brain. This comes from my spirit. Like I can talk with you guys, I can think, because I'm not using my mind to do it. I'm painting from my heart. That's why it's very fun. It's like I'm actually relaxing when I do it. It's the best reset for me. Also, we baked amazing mango pie, and I'm very excited to go eat it. Дорогой, можешь мне, пожалуйста, воды принести? Спасибо. Ну что, смотрят люди?
Да, тоже смотрят. Два человека, которые 10, то потом показывают 23, потом снова 2.
Это на каком?
На ТикТоке.
Ну это норма.
То есть я вот не понимаю, что это.
Ну, когда новые аккаунты, так и есть. Переключаются.
Одновременно 23-25, потом смотрится.
Да. Это нормально, так и есть. Ну, я уже буду скоро заканчивать, потому что я хочу очень сильно торта этого поесть.
Я тоже хочу там.
Смотри, я сделала меньше грудь, и я пресс закрасила.
Молодец. Главное, волосы не дорисуй там.
Там это где?
Ну, на груди там, на керну, как мужиков настоящий.
Сейчас я то же самое, что я говорила на английском, скажу по-русски, чтобы вы могли бы это видео показать, и вы посмотрели бы в онлайн мужчины, которые говорят на русском. Тема нашего сегодняшнего видео — это творческое проявление. Творческое проявление в мужчинах, для мужчин, среди мужчин. Знаете, что я поняла? Это мой опыт моих близких, моего партнера, моих клиентов. То, что в каждом из нас есть удивительная, могущественная сила, которую порой мы не знаем. Мы ее ищем в людях, мы ее ищем в окружающих. Мы иногда требуем у людей, чтобы нам дали бы эту любовь, эту силу, но она в первую очередь есть в нас внутри. И эта сила называется наша вторая половинка, наша противоположная энергия. То есть я как женщина, у меня внутри есть мощная мужественная сила, мой внутренний мужчина. А для вас, у вас мужчин, дорогих мужчин, есть ваша внутренняя женщина, которая есть этот источник вдохновения, это любовь, это поддержка, которую вы ищете. Это та сила, которая помогает вам проявиться, помогает вам создать бизнес в любви, создать картину, готовить, стать классным специалистом.
Эфир выключился. А не, вроде как идет. Странно, почему показывает. Стоп. В ТикТоке. Там вроде работает.
Работает?
Не понимаю. Сейчас я YouTube. В Ютубе идет. В ТикТоке, по-моему, нет. Странно, почему. Сейчас поставлю. Доступ к эфиру ограничен для определенной аудитории. В вашем эфире затрагиваются темы, которые могут показаться неприемлемыми.
Это ж какая тема?
Я откуда знаю?
Интересно. Про внутреннего
204
мужчину?
лайка, 205 лайков.
Я не поняла вообще.
Одна новая подписка, один репост, 88 просмотров.
Типа закончился эфир?
Да, выключился, а хорошо шел.
Из-за чего?
Это я откуда знаю, это же ТикТок, Элла.
О, господи.
Это же... Сейчас еще раз запущу. Это же...
Так странно.
ТикТок.
Сижу, рисую спокойно, просто говорю. Это когда я начала на русском говорить? Отключился?
Ну, я не знаю. Я потом заметил. Нет, ТикТок это очень стрёмная система. для определенной категории людей, из которых...
Суп не сваришь. Да, очень странно.
При этом... О, камера села. Все.
Ну, понятно.
Достаточно.